Hello everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Akshada Babar and I've been studying and living in the United States for the past 5 years. And I just wanted to reintroduce myself because I'm making this video after 2 years. And yeah, I'm going to post more frequently, I promise. So today's video is going to be all about like 5 years in the United States on an F1 visa. I feel like when I was moving to the US, I really knew everything. Like I knew that this is you'll be moving on an F1 and then you'll be going to OPT and then H1B and blah blah blah. All the things I knew it, but I did not know how my next 5 years are going to look like. What every decision that I take is going to matlab, every decision is going to have a different outcome. I did not know that it's going to shape your experience or your next 5 years in the US. And I feel like you need a real roadmap or a reality check of how your next 5 years are going to look like if you're a student who is planning to move to the US on an F1 visa, or if you're someone who is already in the US, like who has just recently moved and they want to know how their 5 years are going to look like, then this is the right video for you. We are going to talk about everything, like from the point when you land into the US on an F1 visa, then you go in and start working, or you get your co-op and then you move into a full-time job, and what after that. I'm just going to cover everything. I'm going to talk about all the experiences that I've had, that people around me have had. And this is not to scare you or to say don't come to the US, but it's more of like to give you a reality check of what might happen and what might not happen, and then you make your decision for yourself. This was missing uh, in my research. Like, I did not know these things when I was moving here. So I feel like I need to make this video, and let's start. So in today's video, we are going to talk about how your first year in the US is going to look like. So we will not cover the visa part, okay? That is a separate issue. I mean, we already know that getting a visa has become a little bit difficult. There are more rejections, but we'll talk about that sometime else. Let's just assume that you've got that F1 visa and then you finally moved into the US. So when you land into the US, someone will be mostly picking you up, like someone from the university or your friend, or if not, then you will figure it out, and I'm sure. Then once you start living over here, let's talk about your first semester. The first semester is amazing. Like that is the most exciting time because you're in a new place, you're in a new like city, you're meeting new people, and you are just so excited that uh, I feel like you can just do everything. Like even though you have to cook and clean by yourself and you are doing a lot of work, but it still feels very liberating because there's no one who's going to tell you do this and do that, and you're doing everything by yourself. So you feel very independent and you get this feeling of I can do anything, and it's really amazing. So in my first semester, I remember when I was coming to the US with my friend, and she was going to stay with her friend, like as a temporary accommodation for 10 days, and I was going to stay at a different temporary accommodation that I had booked. So when we landed and we went to this temporary accommodation, and they had shown us a video of the apartment, which was so nice. But when I saw that apartment in reality, I got so pissed and really started crying. I was like, what is this? It was so dirty. I'm telling you, the entire apartment was really dirty and shitty, and there were already people living in that apartment. We thought that entire apartment is going to be for us. Like I and a lot of my other friends, we were going to live in the same apartment. We had connected through just like Facebook and other WhatsApp groups. And then we were like, what is this and why is it so dirty? But because we had already paid the money, or we did not, no, actually we did not pay the money, but we did not have anywhere else to go, so we just had to stay over there. So this can happen with you as well. If you're booking an accommodation from India, it might be that you will face some fraud postings, or you will encounter the people who just try to take money from you. And it's really sad, but Indian students try to do it to new Indian students, and I don't know why, but this happens. Then there are a lot of brokers who try to take advantage of you, or people who create scam accounts and then they try to take the money from you. So there's a lot of fraud that's happening when you try to look for accommodation. Now let's say you settle into your apartment and you meet your roommates, it's all nice, everyone is on the best behavior during the start. Then the first stress is finding an on-campus job. Now finding an on-campus job in the United States for most of the universities is really tough because there are a lot of international students, there are a lot of Indian students, and everyone is trying to get that same on-campus job. you're someone like me who really wants the on-campus job because it can help you with your everyday living expenses, then you would really try your best to get that on-campus job. Let me tell you my experience of getting the on-campus job. So there was this place, and everyone, like previous university students, told us that go to this place and you might get an on-campus job. They usually hire around this time. So I went over there for like seven times, and then during the seventh time, the manager really got pissed on me, and he just shouted at my face, and he was like, "I told you to not come here. Why are you coming and troubling me every single day?" And then I just felt so bad. I just went home crying, and I felt like, what did I like? Why is it happening? Like, why is he so angry on me? I was very polite. I was just asking him for an on-campus job, but it was really bad, and we are not used to this, right? In India, मतलब हम लोग ऐसे लोगों के पास जाके थोड़ी जॉब मांगते हैं, हम लोग जॉब को अप्लाई करते हैं या we do something else. But ये ऐसे like you know just him shouting at me, I felt really bad, and then I was really crying. But my friends, the next day, they said that it's okay, let's try once more, let's try once again, and then we went the next day and we got the job. So I was really happy, and then I worked with the manager for almost a year, and I realized that he's not a bad person. It's just that he was very irritated with a lot of Indian students coming to like ask for a job, and he told me that there are a lot of Indian students who just come, get an SSN, and then leave. So he gets really pissed about that. But that was my experience. So you can have a similar experience of finding an on-campus job. It is very tough, and it is like कि मतलब ऑन कैंपस जॉब उन्हीं लोगों को देते हैं जिनके पास एसएसएन हो, और तुमको एसएसएन तब मिलता है जब तुम्हारे पास एक जॉब हो. So that has to be an on-campus job or an internship. So you kind of like get into that loop कि मेरे को एसएसएन कैसे मिलेगा अगर मेरे पास ऑन कैंपस जॉब नहीं है, और ऑन कैंपस जॉब नहीं मिल रहा है बिकॉज मेरे पास एसएसएन नहीं है. So that is one thing. So during the first semester, most of the students are figuring this out. Like they're trying to get that on-campus job. They're trying to connect with new people and get referrals for on-campus job. The second thing in the first semester that happens is adjusting with your roommates. So adjusting with your roommates and finding good roommates is it's very important. And your roommates can literally make or break your first year in the United States. You will usually be sharing your room or your apartment with some roommates that you randomly find on Instagram or some Facebook group, and then these people may or may not be compatible with you. I don't want to say they are bad because people are not bad, but they are like you guys don't get along together. Okay, so that happens. और बहुत छोटी छोटी चीजों पे झगड़े होते हैं, जैसे कि like there can be a fight about the thermostat temperature. Like someone wants it to be on 68, someone wants it to be on 72, or there can be fights on random things like someone is not cleaning, someone is not keeping the space clean. So all of these things you have to deal with, and there is a lot of roommate drama, especially if you're in all girls apartment. I'm telling you, there's going to be a lot of roommate drama. Be prepared for it already. And also, like you don't know how to get a nice roommate because even if you're asking all the right questions and then you start living with them, तो ऐसे हो जाता है कि स्टार्टिंग में सब अच्छा रहता है, बट स्लोली स्लोली यू सी एवरीवन्स ट्रू कलर्स एंड देन यू रियलाइज कि नहीं जम रहा है. एंड देन इमेजिन कि तुम लोग मतलब ऐसे रोज यू गो टू योर ऑन कैंपस, यू गो टू योर पार्ट टाइम, एंड देन यू कम होम एंड देन you have to stay with someone that you don't like. It's very terrible. And if you're very lucky, then you find some nice roommates, and then you guys become like friends for life. Like literally, it's an amazing experience. So the roommates that I lived with during my second year, we just had a blast. It was amazing. So that can also happen. It's like a make or break, and you have to be ready for it. But I would say कि first semester में overall it's very nice. You're just doing a lot of new things, meeting a lot of new people, and you're adjusting with the country. मतलब basically कैसे होता है कि you are still in that phase of converting the dollars to rupees, so you feel everything is expensive. You're still adjusting to the life over here. और छोटी छोटी चीजें होती है that you have to learn कि मतलब public transportation कैसे लेना है, किधर जाना है, क्या करना है, blah blah blah. So you learn all of these things in first semester. Then comes the second semester.